Is this thing on?
I wish we all could just love one another. My sister and my brother. No matter what my religion is or my color scheme. I wish we all could just love one another. My sister and my brother. Where it don't matter who my lover is or where my mother lives.
What's good, everybody? It's your girl Aaliyah Nicole, aka the CEO, aka Slick Nick, best known as your baby mama's girl crush. So I gotta thank you for joining me, right? Gotta thank all of my subscribers who've been following me faithfully. Shout out to y'all few. And if you are new to this channel, shout out to you. I hope you like the content that you see and maybe you'll go ahead and subscribe too. Alright, so what I want to talk about today is music. I love music. I can talk about music all day, but I haven't really talked to y'all about music for real. At least my side of music. So I wanted to start this video just kind of like talking about how I became a producer. I really became a producer by default. I was the singer. I was the rapper. I was a songwriter. I was the CEO, the person who helped develop artists, the person who put artists in the studio for the first time, local artists, mostly my friends. Put them in the studio for the first time, put them on stages for the first time. That was my thing. You know, that was pretty much what I did. I used to work with other producers, amazing, talented, gifted producers. But the thing was, when I was ready to work, they really wasn't ready to work. I felt like I was always getting put off. You know, like I felt like my time wasn't valuable. And I understand people have their own things going on. They have their own life going on. But if we're talking about winning together and we're talking about building together, we got to be ready to work at all times together. That kind of wasn't happening. So I was noticing that I wasn't really putting out music like I wanted to. And I was really ready to like do a real full production. In terms of like a full CD. What happened was, you know how we be in the black family. What had happened was, what happened was interesting. So I already had equipment. I'm an equipment person. I like to have equipment, even if I don't know what to do with it. I just like to have it because it looked good, and eventually I play with it and learn it, maybe. You know. So I had went to buy me. Hold on. Years ago, I bought me Maschine Micro. This was like, I think I was still in college at the time. And I thought it was real cool. Like, I thought it was cool. I thought the pads was cool. I used to watch people make beats with it. I was like, maybe I could play around with it. I had no intentions of becoming a producer. Just maybe I could play around with it and stuff like that because I got it. I didn't spend money on it. Dude didn't got him a sale off this because I love Guitar Center. I haven't been in a long time because every time I go, they try to get me to buy something. I'm broke. Can't get none right now. So I had Maschine Micro, just kind of just sitting there collecting dust. And I was trying to work with my producers and stuff like that because I wasn't like confident. I'm not a producer. That's not what I do in terms of beat composition. I'm not that kind of producer. So I wanted to work with my producers, but yeah, I mean, they'll get to me, but I was ready to move. By that time, I had made up in my mind, I'm ready to do a project. I want to get this started, and I want to get this out there because it's time for people to hear me. It's time for people to see what I've been up to and things of that sort. So I was like, well, I got this Maschine Micro over here collecting dust. I didn't spend all this money on it. I might as well take this seriously and teach myself how to produce music. And so I started to watch like tutorials on YouTube in terms of how to actually navigate through the machine and things of that sort. And I just started playing with it. And then eventually I started to kind of grasp the concept of making a beat. My first few beats was trash. Like trash. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't like play this on the radio type of beat. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that. So I at that point, I was basically like, Slick, you have to realize that ain't nobody in this world gonna want something for you more than you want it for yourself. I took that mindset, I took it to the machine, and I kept messing with it, kept playing with it, kept navigating through it until I kind of started making decent beats. You feel me? And that's kind of like, it's funny because this is literally how it started. I had no intention on producing beats. I mean, I like to play around, but I wasn't trying to be producing my own stuff or other people's stuff and things of that sort. I just wasn't. But nobody else was doing it for me. Nobody else was ready to work when I was ready to work. And the only person I truly have control over is myself. This is my situation. So you got to make the best out of this situation. And that's when I started to learn how to produce music. And that's when basically my project, Journal Entries of the Payoff, came about. 7 tracks on this. Go listen to this if you haven't listened to this. This is my story. This was a project. This was a heartfelt project. This was my first completed professional project, and I poured my heart into this. I got new music coming, but if you haven't heard this, go check this out. But there's 7 tracks on there. Of the 7 tracks, I produced 5 by default because when I was ready to work, they wasn't. So I challenged myself to basically produce 80% of my project. And that's where it happened. And since then, this Maschine Micro and my little mini keyboard have been my best friends. And I can't wait. I can't wait until y'all hear the new stuff that I've been working on. I'm producing my own next project completely. Nobody else, only me. I'm producing my whole project. I can't wait to share that with you guys because this new music I'm working on. Whew. Be the first to say it ain't nothing like this. I can't wait to share my new music with you guys. And I said all of this to say, not to toot my own horn, but to basically encourage and inspire you to take full control of your situation. If you're a musician and you're tired of using like YouTube beats, you don't really have the money and stuff like that to always purchase beats, invest in yourself and buy a beat maker. If it's not a MPC, buy Fruity Loops. If it's not Fruity Loops, buy Reason if that still exists. Like, it's so many different opportunities to create music so that you can record and put it out there. And we have to be willing to take advantage of all the opportunities. You don't just have to be a rapper. You shouldn't just be a rapper. Let me say that. You need to be more. You need to be more than a rapper. You need to be more than a singer. Learn something else within the field. If you don't, learn an instrument. If you don't want to learn an instrument, then learn how to make beats. Do something else. Learn how to write. Everybody is not gifted with that. But study it. Try. At the end of the day, we need to be doing more than just one thing. There's so many different ways. If you're in the music industry or interested in being in the music industry, there are so many ways to get in. We have to realize there are other opportunities and other ways that we can maneuver on in. Because the only thing we're trying to do is get in. It don't matter how we get in, as long as it's within our character. I always say that. It don't matter how we get in. We just want to get in. I said all that to say is there's other avenues, there's other ways to get in. We have to stop being so one-tracked and one-sided about things and realize the industry is just that, the industry, and it takes a lot of different talents and gifts to be what is known as the music industry. So you might be trying to get in as a rapper, but to get there, you might have to start producing for other people or ghostwriting. You might be trying to get in as a singer. Maybe you need to do backgrounds for other people that have more notoriety than you. Or maybe you need to songwrite for other people that have more notoriety than you. It's okay to learn an instrument. It doesn't matter if you're older. It's okay. You know, it's okay to learn new things. It's okay to do more than just one thing. It's actually encouraged because everybody does it all, it seems like now. From producing themselves, recording themselves, writing for themselves, all that stuff. So it's okay. It's actually encouraged. And so even though I was already doing more than one thing, I found it okay to add something else to that because I was ready to go to work. And even though I was ready to go to work, obviously everybody wasn't ready to go to work like I was. And it was time to make things happen. So I picked up that machine and I went for it. I'm not saying I'm the best producer, but I do all right to get the music out that I want to put out. And I'm proud of what I've put out, and I continue to get better as time progresses. So, yeah, that's it. That's pretty much how it started. People are like, I didn't know you produced. Yeah, I didn't know either. Just kind of happened. But that's all I got. As always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'll be back for more. It's all love from me. I hope it's love from you. And I'm out of here.